Adaptable Eco Models for Social Evolution. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 664.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and non-profit business creation, society, and stewardship.
Hello and welcome back, wonderful people. My name is Jay, and this is our December 8th, 2025 edition of our Weekly Progress Update. Today's topic, thank you for joining us, is Adaptable Eco Models for Social Evolution. And everything you see happening in the background of this video are the foundations for these adaptable eco models, which include the physical foundations of sustainability, and we're combining them with the emotional foundations of sustainability to create a comprehensive sustainable living model that we feel most people will consider to be far better than the way they're living right now. And they're adaptable eco models because we are open sourcing and free sharing all aspects of the design process and how to replicate all of these components so that people can modify or adapt them to meet their own needs. And the components are broken into two categories, right? The physical foundations and the emotional foundations. Physical foundations being food, energy, and housing, and the emotional foundations are what we like to call highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. And we're creating all these with the consciousness and the thought process for the highest good of all people in life on this planet because we feel that that is the foundation for the social evolution aspect. So when I talk about adaptable eco models for social evolution, that's really what it's all about. It's about living and creating for the highest good of all people on this planet, and the adaptable eco models that we're creating are designed to comprehensively provide everything that a person needs to not just live, but to thrive, to live really, really well. And our model is designed to be such that the more it is open source and free shared, the more that we introduce people to what it is that we're doing and allow them to come and visit and experience what it is that we're doing, the more the model will succeed in our goal of creating a sustainable planet. And so we're open sourcing and free sharing it so that the whole thing can be replicated as either individual components of food, energy, housing, fulfilled living, education, economics, or stewardship, or so that all these things can be put together as a comprehensive teacher demonstration community, village, city, or hub, which is what One Community is all about, designed to teach other people how to create teacher demonstration communities, villages, cities, or hubs as well. And so the whole model can be replicated, or all the individual components can be replicated, and within each individual component, like the highest good food, energy, housing components, as well as the education, fulfilled living, all these different things, each individual component can be replicated as well, so that if somebody just wants to perhaps grow something that they've never been able to find in the grocery store because it doesn't have an appropriate shelf life, they can do that. And then not just how to grow it, but also how to prepare that, how to preserve that, everything that you could possibly do with that food, we're covering that. And so if you go to our website and you look, you can see that we've already sourced heirloom varieties of foods that you cannot buy in the grocery store. And we're teaching people how to grow them more, how to be able to grow them themselves and to know for sure that these foods do not have any poison sprayed on them, no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, so they can have the freshest food available. And again, food diversity that you just can't find in the grocery store, because a lot of these foods They just don't have the shelf life, or they're just not easy enough to maintain, or they're just not the standard that people are looking for. They don't all look like they grow exactly the same, and everybody wants their, nowadays in the grocery store, all the tomatoes look very, very similar. For instance, all the apples look very, very similar. For instance, they might not be something like that. There's a large variety of reasons why a lot of these foods can't be gotten in the grocery store, but they are, and wonderful. And the diversity is something that has value to a lot of people. And so that's just one example. People might want to build a home that doesn't have any toxic or carcinogenic materials included in it. And so we're teaching people how to do that, or a more artistic and beautiful home that will last longer than traditional homes. We're teaching people how to do that. All these different categories. We're creating open source tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions are really super improved food, energy, housing, education, economic models designed to be replicated. And they're created with the consciousness, the thought process for the highest good of all people in life on this planet, so that people implementing even the individual components, in our opinion, is a step in the right direction. Because if you're building a sustainable home, it's better than building a non-sustainable home. It doesn't matter if you do all these other things. You've taken a step in the right direction. If you're growing your own food and you're not spraying pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides, and look up the half-life of that stuff and how long it sticks around in the soils and how it shows up in food and what the consequences of spraying foods with those kinds of things are, it's a big deal. So anybody choosing not to do that and to do something else, or growing something that you can't buy in the grocery store, is helping support biodiversity and a healthier planet. It's a step in the right direction. So we do that for all these different categories, and we make it open source and free shared so it's adaptable, and we build it as a teacher demonstration hub built on these to show how these foundations, these radical foundations, can create a better way of life. Because if we can make it easy enough, affordable enough, and demonstrate this as attractive enough, the idea will spread on its own. And a self-replicating model like this has the potential to include every single person on the planet within 30 years if it were truly to self-replicate every year. 50 people coming together to start one community, growing that population, but those 50 people in that one community inspiring 2 additional communities to start the next year, and then those 2 additional communities inspiring 4 more communities to start the year after that. And those 4 plus all these 4 that began, 1 and the 2, 7 total. 1 plus 2 plus 4, 7. It's working together, inspire 8 more, and then inspire 16 more, 32, 64, etc. That self-replicating model would include the entire human population within 30 years. But we don't need to include the entire human population. We just want to reach that critical mass of exponential growth so that we can reach that tipping point of enough participation so that we can say that as a species we have achieved a sustainable civilization, which as of right now we have not. And that would be a massive social evolution for humanity. That would be a very big deal to say we've achieved a sustainable civilization and we're committed to maintaining that. So this is what One Community is about. And it's about maximizing the richness over the riches of life, providing a way of living that give people the freedom for lifestyle design that most people don't have right now. Creating an environment built on this radical sustainability gives people more time to do the things that they want to do and more things to do with that time within that environment, all in the case of One Community for free, within walking distance, sponsored and maintained by community members, because it's about people sharing their gifts, their passions, what it is that I'm most passionate about, whatever it is that you're most passionate about, sharing that with other people who would be interested in that, bringing people together and leveraging the power of community to create a living experience that most people would consider to be far superior to the way they're living right now. So this is what One Community is up to. We're an all-volunteer organization, including myself. We're a nonprofit, non-governmental organization creating this because we want to live this way, and we want to make it accessible so that anybody else that would like to live this way can as well. And this is where we're up to. So if you'd like to help us out, visit our helping page. If you'd like to support us in the easiest way possible, like and subscribe to this video, or join us on social media. We're on all the different social media networks to make it as easy as possible. Help us share this information. Help us get the information out. Help us let people know what it is that we're creating and that it is available. And if you like the weekly dose of positivity in your inbox, you can subscribe to our newsletter through our website. If you'd like to see exactly what our all-volunteer team has accomplished within the last week, you can visit our written blog. And if you'd like to see all the open source tools, tutorials, resources, the results of hundreds of thousands of hours, over 300,000 hours of volunteer work contributed so far from over 2,000 volunteers, you can visit our website and see all those details. This is how we're creating adaptable eco-models for social evolution. Everyone's invited to participate. And yeah, stick around for another couple minutes if you'd like to see bullet points on all the major components. With that said, till next week, we of course keep on keeping on. Thanks for following our progress.
The one community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.